Creating mentally healthy workplaces is more and more important every single day. We have so many external events that puts pressure on us and on our lives. And as business owners, there are many things we can do to create a mentally healthy environment for our team, which then in turn build loyalty and also high performing teams because they're excited about working for us. I mean, look at those leaders that you used to work for that you just couldn't wait to get to work, that you just did everything you possibly could to help because you just wanted to be around them, you wanted to help them, you wanted to see them succeed as well as you succeed. And they just had that persona around that you just was just drawn to, versus someone that you're working for that you just drag your feet and you do the bare minimum and you really just don't want to be there. Just knowing and understanding that dynamic sort of changes the way we look at our teams and what we want for them and what we want for the business. So when we're looking at building mentally healthy workplaces, we need to look at what is in our control as an organization, as a business. What can we improve on and what do we need to measure? What do we need to understand from our team to what they actually need? I speak to many companies and they say, oh, we have a mental health first aiders. Great. We have an EAP system. Amazing. But these are very reactive measures of when something happens, this is what you do, rather than what can we do in the first place that they're needed less. Or even, are there strategies that we could use, especially around mental health first aiders, around being more proactive around their skill sets that they've just learned, rather than leaving it till someone's struggling for them to use their skills. So when we're looking at building a mentally healthy workplace, we need to look at key indicators of what are in our control and the psychosocial risks and the exposure of risks that we're at as PCBUs. So we need to understand of, where's the risks within their work, within their roles, where the risks within the leadership team, and knowing what we need to do and what we need to navigate to what they're feeling. And the beauty of this is when we're starting to understand what is going on within our team and start mitigating the risks to us as a business, we start improving the culture within the business. And it's almost they're giving us the information of what we need to do as a business to grow it. And then we can test and measure around any initiatives that we roll out. And then we can start picking up trends. Okay, this has just happened. We realized that this started being, the workload was really increased when this happened. And also this is also what was happening, that people felt that they had less autonomy around their work and they were being more micromanaged in that moment. So when we understand what's actually going on and the trends, we can start reverse engineering of when we have these influxes again, because a lot of these things aren't anomalies. They are trends within the business. And when we start understanding that, we can start being more prepared. So we can start upskilling our leaders if that's what's needed. We can start looking at having that forecast in front of us and realizing that we've got an influx, and we know that having this influx, it creates this, this, and this. So we need to do A, B, and C to mitigate that and to make it go smoother. And once we're starting to listen to our team from an organization, like what can we do? And I'm not talking about the whinges and the whinings and things like that. I'm actually talking about things that you can do as an organization to reduce the exposure of risk that you have, as we have a duty of care to our teams, but also to build that positive culture and for them to want to come to work and want to solve problems with us and want to achieve massive things, and helps us to grow the business. So I just want to ask you the question of, how do you go around managing and measuring the mental health risks that you have within the business and the hazards? And how do you go around looking to mitigate them? What does that look like for you? And when you are doing it, what trends are you seeing? And what workarounds have you had with them? So if you've got any questions, as always, put them in the comments or reach out to me. If you want to know more around the psychosocial hazards and risks within businesses and how to reduce your exposure to them, give me a DM. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Until the next video, take care.